Good morning, everybody. We got a good taste of winter this week, and it looks like we're going to have some warm come back. They're telling us it could get maybe back up to close to 70 degrees next week. So good old fall in Idaho. We appreciate it. Just a couple of things to talk to you about. A lot of this is going to be update. So those of you who watched me last week, you're going to have heard some of these things, but they're coming right away, and I want to make sure we update on them. But the first issue that I want to talk about is just about our council meeting this coming Wednesday, October 16th. That will be at 6 o'clock, and if you'd like to come over and see what we're talking about at the city council level, come over Wednesday and participate with us. Now, a couple of updates. I've talked to you about the Blue Cross of Idaho has the Mayor's Walking Challenge going during the month of October. They've challenged 77 of us mayors in this state, to walk at least 10,000 steps a day. And if we will do that, if we average 10,000 steps a day through the month of October, so that'd be 310,000 steps during the month, they send $1,000 to us to use to get playground equipment for kids, those kinds of things. And I just want to tell you that I'm averaging just over 20,000 steps at this point in time, so I'm going to make it, but I encourage each of you to come and participate with me. You don't necessarily need to come, just participate. Make sure you get out, be active, do some things to promote good health. Also, the Blackfoot Bridge is being worked on, and you need to know if you're headed on I-15 up towards Blackfoot or Idaho Falls, there's a possibility of some delays, and that's scheduled to be finished next Thursday, the 17th. But between now and the 17th, there's going to be some possible slowdown and delay on that portion of the interstate. The Great American Shakeout also happens on 10:15, that's going to be, I take that back, it's 10:17, because that's going to be Thursday also at 10:17. So at 10:17 that morning, they're asking each one of us to do some things to prepare and exercise preparation for if we ever had an earthquake. And so I saw in the paper this morning that Pocatello's participating with that, and we encourage Chubbuck to do the same, to participate with that. It's just something to be, it's kind of an exercise so that we might recognize the things that we ought to do in case of those kinds of emergencies. Also, we're still looking for donations for our trunk or treat. If you'd like to donate either a bag of candy or two or some money, if you drop that off at City Hall, at the police station, or the fire station, we certainly would appreciate it. That's always been a wonderful event, and we're grateful for all of the folks who support that. ISU is going to have their homecoming events this weekend. Tomorrow they're going to have a parade that starts at 9 o'clock. Come and participate with that, and then the game is that afternoon. I'm not exactly sure what time. 1 o'clock, is that right? Joey knew, thank heaven. So at 1 o'clock there's an ISU homecoming game. But come and participate. I understand that Simplot is also at Caldwell Park, and between 11 and 2, I believe, they're going to be cooking French fries. And they'll be handing out free French fries. So if you'd like to have some of that, come on over to Caldwell Park between 11 and 2 o'clock. Remember that there's an election in our community. 2 council seats are up, and just make sure you inform yourself, but most importantly, circle November 5th on your calendar and make sure and get out and vote. Now, I just want to take a minute and talk to you about an item that's been being talked about a little bit in our community, and I want to just say a couple things that are factual. And there's been some discussion about city consolidation between the city of Chubbuck and the city of Pocatello. There's been a lot of information out there, and I hate to call it misinformation, but at this point in time, for 2 weeks, I've been asking for some documentation to show us what these numbers mean and where they are, and I haven't had anything given to me. So I've taken the time to study the Idaho Code about city consolidation, and I would suggest that each of you do the same. I will say that what's being suggested, the process that's being suggested, is not even a possibility in our state. State code doesn't provide for that. It provides exactly how cities would consolidate. So if you want to know about that, you can go to Idaho Code. It's Title 50, Chapter 21. It's got, I think, 14 entries in that chapter that tell you exactly how city consolidation would happen. And if you want to know a little bit more about it, that would be, as near as I know, right now, that's the only factual thing that's out there. Everything else has just been speculation and talk. And so I will say this as a final comment. In my personal studying of it, I think it would be a mistake for the city of Chubbuck to consider consolidation. And it's not that I have anything against Pocatello at all. It's that the city of Chubbuck is headed in a great direction right now. And I just think that it'd be a huge mistake to change course at this point in time. I appreciate each one of you, and I hope you have a wonderful week. We'll see you again next week.